Hey, this is Russ. What you think you can do and what you really can do are usually two different things, all right? So by now you probably watched the video I did on how I fell off my bike, all right? And if you didn't see that, I'll put a link up here. You can watch that, find out more details. But as I watched it, I realized that I didn't tell the story 100% fully. So I'm going to tell it right now. Now, you might think, well, this should be on Saturday because that's an e-bike video, right? But no, I'm going to tell it here because it's actually a knee replacement video. All right, let me tell you a little bit more about how this fall happened. And it was a really stupid way to fall. I mean, if I was going to fall, I might have as well have fallen while riding the bike, okay? But no, I fell when I stopped the bike, okay? And that happened because, I was navigating, trying to get over this curb and not run into the bushes that are directly behind it within about, I don't know, less than 6 feet or something like that. And then there's a traffic light pole there as well. So it's kind of stupid. There's no way to really get up there safely. Anyways, let me explain why this is actually a knee replacement video and not just a e-bike video. It's because the reason I fell was lack of knee and leg strength. All right, so here's what happened. As I rode up towards that curb, all right, after I crossed the intersection, I had to put my feet down. Okay, now typically I should jump off the bike, all right, and then have both feet stable and then go over it. But the problem is I wanted to ride up that curb area. And so trying to ride up that thing and still trying to avoid hitting all the other things that are in my way as I go up there, I lost my balance and then I fell, okay? So as I'm falling towards the left, which is my left knee is the replaced knee, the first thing in my mind was, don't fall on the knee, all right? That was the first thought in my mind. Second thing was, I'm going down. I knew I was going down. I mean, there's a point where you know that you don't have the strength or you don't have the ability to keep yourself up, all right? So I knew I was going down. So I said, okay, what's the best way to fall? So I fell basically on my side, with my shoulder, well, my arm, okay? And then also instinctively you put your hands down so that you don't, have a huge impact. So really, that's why the bike didn't really sustain a whole lot of damage. I mean, I think the thing that took the biggest damage was the rack in the back. It took a little scuffle because it kind of slid a little bit as I tried to push it up off of me. And I was pinned down there. So the only way to really get out of that was to get myself out of being pinned underneath, all right? Because you figure the bike is kind of between your legs now and you're falling over. I've got to get my left leg out. But I don't even have the strength to do that. So the only way to do it was to actually crawl on my hands and knees on the pavement, on the street. Okay, now that doesn't feel well to me on my bad knee, all right? But I knew I had to do it. I had no other choice because there's no other way. Otherwise, I'd be still laying there. So here's the thing. You think you can get up that curb. You think that you can make it up there, but the reality is you can't. All right, because you've got limitations. Now, you got to know your limitations, all right? I kind of knew what my limitations was, but I went for it anyways, all right? So my whole point of this video is you got to know what you can do and what you can't do, and you can't take the risk if you're not sure, all right? So falling over was not from moving. I mean, I think I would have felt better if I was riding the bike and fell over the top of the handlebars. At least then it would be, okay, that's a legitimate fall. It's not an embarrassment thing. But to ride across, have everybody at the stops light watching you. Because they always watch this bike. This bike is huge, all right? And most people haven't even seen an e-bike before, in the flesh, so to speak. So they always watch me. Everybody watches me. I'm riding down the path. They're all watching me, okay? Because the bike is impressive. It's huge, all right? It's a big black thing. I read on a forum once that somebody said that a lady came up to this guy. He was an older guy, too. He says, your bike is, what did she call it? Your bike is, something like your bike is intimidating or scary or something like that, and you're scaring the kids. A big black bike, right? So I know everyone's watching me, and then I fall. Okay, and I fell from essentially a stop, and then I fell over. Okay. So yeah, know your limitations, know what you can do. Now today I had planned to go bike riding. Today is Monday as I'm recording this. You'll see this video on Wednesday. I plan to go bike riding, and I always look at the weather before I go. And I saw that it gets warmer in the afternoon by 1-2 o'clock or something. You're going to have a higher degree of temperature. So why ride in the 40s and 50s when you could ride in the upper 60s and 70s, right? Low 70s. But here's the kicker, all right? There was a warning from the Weather Bureau saying that high winds expected during the afternoon. Now, I look out my window while I'm sitting here in the Russ is Right studios. They make it sound better than it really is. And I look out the window and I see my neighbor's trees and bushes moving. Now, when that happens, I know that the wind is picking up. All right. If I don't see any movement out there, no problem. And having that wind hit you while you're riding, you might say, "Oh, that feels good," but not high winds. You got winds from just moving forward, then you throw in the high winds on that. That could be tough to do. Now, the e-bike would have no problems getting through that because it's got a motor. It doesn't care if it's got a little bit of wind resistance, all right? It's going to keep moving. But can I keep the bike stable? See, that's the thing. You got to know what you can do and what you really shouldn't do. So as much as I wanted to go out today to go riding, I felt I can't do it. I can't take that risk. And this is what I'm trying to tell you as a knee replacement patient, all right? Know what you can do and know what you shouldn't do, all right? The safest thing today would be for me to not go out there, even though today's weather is warmer, much warmer than it typically had been. Because, I've been wearing 2 sweatshirts when I go out there. So it's so tempting to do it. Now, tomorrow, it should be decent weather too, but I don't know what the winds are. So again, I'll be watching the news of the weather. And if it says high winds again, yeah, I'm not going to go. So anything you do with your knee, you got to weigh it out, right? You can't just go and do it because you're putting yourself in danger, all right? So as much as I would like to do it, I'm not going to do it, okay? I mean, it's not like I have to go riding every single day. It's not like, because you got a new bike, you want to go out every single day. But it's not like I have to. I mean, the world's not ending tomorrow, hopefully. It's not ending tomorrow. I've got time to go out anytime I want. So why do it if it's going to be dangerous for you or a potential danger for you? Push it off another day, okay? This is the stuff we have to learn to do as knee replacement people, okay? There's things that we're going to want to be able to do or you see everybody else is doing, but you know that if you do it, you might have a little bit of danger, okay? Here's another thing, and I mentioned this at the video yesterday as well. My legs' strength is not there. I know it because I don't walk a lot. You guys know that. And I know a lot of you guys do, but because of my other bad knee, the right knee is also a bad knee, I kind of baby my knees and stuff. Riding the bike is not hard pressure on my legs if I have the motor, okay? The recumbent bike is not hard pressure. Why? Because I'm not standing on it, so I don't have the heavy weight because I am overweight. I don't have the heavy weight on my knees as well as moving my leg. If I'm on a bike, I'm kind of sitting on it. It takes a lot of the weight off of it. I'm just moving my legs, okay? So I don't have the leg strength really needed to do bike riding, if you think about it. It's not for doing the bike riding. I don't have the leg strength to keep me standing when the bike is falling over, right? And we were talking a bike that's 69 pounds. You add the racks to it and all that stuff. I bet you, and the cargo that I carry with all the tools and everything to fix a flat out on the road, I wouldn't doubt that bike's at least 75 pounds, okay? So when that starts coming down on you and you're falling over, you need your leg strength and your knee strength to keep that bike up, okay? I didn't have that strength. That's what I felt as I was going down. I was going, I should be able to stand on this thing, but my left knee is giving out. My left leg doesn't have the strength. I knew it was going to fail me. This is the same feeling I had when I fell at Costco that one time. I had taken my mobility scooter and I was putting the scooter back into the trunk and I fell because my leg gave out on me. All right. It's not like I didn't have the upper body strength to lift the scooter, because I did. I just didn't have the leg strength to keep my body up. Right. These are the things, you want to do stuff, but you got to know what you should do and what you shouldn't do. Okay. And as you get older, this is hard for me to take, because I know that I've always had a certain amount of strength of doing certain things. I've always had decent leg strength. I did a lot of kicking, and that's what messed up my knees with all the martial arts stuff. I can't do that stuff anymore, okay? There's things I just cannot do. The other day, my wife and I went and bought a bunch of mulch to put down, because it's springtime. People put mulch down, right? And so we're moving to mulch bags, and I know that there's some weight to that, but I was able to do that, okay? It was tough, but I was able to do it. But then my wife says, we can't just throw the mulch on top of the ground. You got to take the weeds that are out there already and take that out. So bend over and take that out. I couldn't do it. I could not bend over to do what she was doing. She ended up having to do it. And we still got some more to do. And I feel bad that she has to do it, and I can't help her. I just stand there, And that to me makes me feel bad. Okay, and I'll guarantee you, anyone walking past our house, seeing her doing it and me standing there, is probably thinking, what a lazy guy. That doesn't make you feel good, right? But that's the reality of it. Okay, and she didn't complain, but I'm sure she's probably thinking, oh, can't believe I got to do this whole thing myself. So, yeah, know your limitations. Find other things you can do. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of sad to kind of think about these things that, you're limited on now. So anyways, I just wanted to put this out there for you guys so that you understand too that you might have some limitations as well. Don't push yourself to the point where you're putting yourself in danger. Okay. No, think through things before you do it. All right. Anyways, if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will talk to you guys next time.